witness the most horrifying moment that happened in real life.
Some places in this world are more than haunted, they're cursed. Route 666, the Devil's Highway, is one of them. Truckers avoid it, even if it costs them time and money. Why? Because they know the rules. Never drive it alone at night, never stop for anyone, and after midnight, never look in your rearview mirror. The stories aren't just legends, they're warnings from those who survived. Hellhounds, shadowy figures, and a feeling of being hunted haunt this stretch of road. The two stories you're about to hear come from men who lived through the terror. What they saw changed them forever. We've investigated their claims. No logical explanation fits. This is their testimony. This is their warning. This is their story. Our first account is from Frank, a veteran trucker. One stormy night in '98, Frank saw a man on the roadside, drenched and thumbing for a ride. He knew the rules, but his conscience made him stop. The man climbed in, silent, face hidden by a soaked hat, clothes decades out of date. Frank tried to talk, but the man just stared ahead. The cab grew unnaturally cold. Miles passed in silence, dread building. Frank finally looked over. The seat was empty. The door was still locked. No sign the man had ever been there. Frank was alone, shaken to his core. He drove on, desperate for the safety of the next town. But the chill and the fear remained. He would never forget that night. At the truck stop, Frank checked his rig. Everything was secure. But on the passenger seat, he found an old silver coin, dated 1972, the year a fatal bus crash happened on that stretch. Frank quit trucking the next day. He believed he'd given a ride to a lost soul, still trying to finish a journey cut short. The coin was payment, or a warning. Frank left it behind, but the memory haunted him. Some things you can't explain, and you can't forget. The Devil's Highway leaves its mark. For Frank, the road demanded more than just a ride. It demanded a piece of his soul. He never drove that road again. The story spread among truckers. A warning to all. Some roads are better left untraveled. Our second story comes from Rick, who was driving Route 666 when his friend Dave went silent on the radio. Rick called out, but only static answered. Suddenly, Dave's voice broke through, weak and urgent. "Turn back, Rick! There's something on the road!" The transmission cut out, fear clear in Dave's voice. Rick glanced in his rearview mirror and saw Dave's terrified face, ghostly and silent. In that instant, headlights appeared, barreling toward him. Rick swerved, barely avoiding disaster. The other vehicle vanished. Shaken, Rick pulled over, heart pounding. Later he learned Dave had died in a crash hours earlier. Was it a warning from beyond? Rick believed so. He turned around and never drove that road at night again. Some messages come from the other side, for those willing to listen. Frank and Rick's stories are just two among many. The Devil's Highway changes those who travel it. It's not just about the freight. It's about survival. The rules exist for a reason. Don't stop, don't look back, don't tempt the darkness. Some roads demand more than tolls or time. Sometimes, the price is your peace of mind, or your soul. If you find yourself on Route 666, remember these stories. Pray you make it to the morning light, because on this road, the darkness is always waiting.